What is going on, folks? It's NimbleThor here, and today it's time to check out Jade Dynasty Mobile, which is the 3D MMORPG by the very popular Perfect World developer and publishers. And actually, this game has been around since 2007 as a PC game. Some of you guys might know that, some of you guys might not. I would be really curious to hear from some of you guys who might have played the PC version of the game down in the comment section down below. But those servers were closed down in June this year, so it only existed from 2007 to 2018 for 11 years. And now the game has appeared as a mobile game instead. So with an existing fan base, excited to see the mobile version and how that version of their beloved MMORPG has turned out. Is the game really worth it to check out for someone who's new to this game and new to the franchise? Well guys, that's what we'll attempt to answer as we play a bit of Jade Dynasty here today. So let's start with the obvious, the combat and the skills we have available to us. Honestly, the combat is alright, but it doesn't really go further than that. It really failed to really impress me, especially the skills. They're nothing really to talk about or to mention. They look alright, but I also sometimes feel limited in that I can't really target the monsters I want to target. So let's give this a go. Let's jump down from this flying, what was that, a flying phoenix there, and let's start attacking some of these enemies here. I mean, it might be a bit difficult to see the targeting system, and we can indeed switch from monster to monster by clicking the targeting button, but it just feels a bit limited. It's not really as free roaming as I want it to be, sadly, and I do feel like that kind of limits me and limits the experience. But not to worry though, because most of the time you will actually just be completing these auto quests instead, with the auto combat system turned on, but a bit more about that later on. As for the graphics, they're really nothing out of the ordinary either, and not that we don't have great MMORPGs with old graphics, such as, for example, Villages and Heroes. We also have, old school RuneScape and even Adventure Quest 3D, all of which are great games. I really enjoyed playing them. The great MMORPGs, they don't have the most fancy graphics ever, but the core gameplay actually really holds up. But I guess I was just expecting something more from Jade Dynasty, and especially because the core gameplay doesn't seem to be as fun as in those other games. But now for the quests, which, as I mentioned before, turns this game into more of an idle MMORPG where you just click continue every once in a while, because they are 100% automatic. So let's have a look at this. Of course, we can run around here or fly around here as we want to, but we can simply tap a quest and we'll automatically move there. We'll automatically start fighting as well. And actually, in addition to that, we also have an auto combat system. So if you're not completing a quest, you just want to grind some monsters, kill some monsters, you can actually turn on this bot that will just automatically attack for you, and you'll automatically pick up items as well. And yeah, it's 100% automated. The only good thing I can mention about that is that it doesn't seem that we have to pay autoplay time as we do in MapleStory Mobile, where we don't have unlimited of it. We have a few hours every day for free. So that's, I guess, the only positive thing I can mention about this auto system. Apart from that, it's just, well, I mean, I guess it appeals to a certain audience. It's just not really my type of game, honestly. But we do also have cutscenes, and the overall game is very story-driven. That's actually something that very positively surprised me. But then again, even here, they didn't really nail that 100%, because the English voiceover is of really low quality, and I just really don't know what went wrong there. It's just something surely did go wrong, because it's of really low quality. I don't know if there's a voiceover right here, right now, but if there is, I'll let you guys listen to this for a sec. I don't think there is though. It seems that there was only voiceover in the beginning cutscenes. But we do have a lot of these cutscenes and a lot of the story being told throughout these quests here. And I guess if you guys are into that, if you're into the lore of Jade Dynasty, maybe already from the PC game, then I think you might actually quite enjoy going through this lore here. And as for other systems available, we do have all the good stuff. We have guilds, we have raids. If we go in here, you guys can see we have clans, we have guilds, we have enhancing of items. We have even cross-server PvP battles, which you gotta admit, I haven't seen that. It's really neat. It's the first time I've seen that in a mobile MMORPG game. And we do have quite a few different skills that we can pick from, and I mean, overall the game is quite big actually. We do have lots of content in here, lots of content, pet system as well, all the good stuff in here, but it's just overall it's not executed as nicely as I would want it to be, and the monetization is very, very heavy, with in-app purchases going upwards of $200 US. Let's just have a look at this. Let's click next here so we can get back to the in-app purchases. Where do I access those? Let's Oh, okay, I had to click next here. That's typically not an issue to get to the in-app purchases. Let's close this menu as soon as we can. Okay, what do we want to do here? Do we want to punish or ignore this guy? Let's just ignore him for now. We're gonna be merciful. We're gonna ignore him. All right, so let's have a look at the store. There it is. All right, so let's go in and click payment here, and you guys can see the in-app purchases going all the way up to, actually, yes, as I said, more than $200 for the most expensive one, which is just insane. Like $200 in-app purchase. I've never seen that before. This is clearly a game that is purely optimized to earn a lot of money from an existing fan base, and I honestly don't think they expect to get a whole lot of new players coming into this game, because I certainly couldn't. I know that I couldn't recommend it, and that's actually my conclusion on the game. Is it worth playing? I would say no, it isn't. A lot of you guys have asked me about this game because it seems a lot of you guys were excited for it, so wish I would have better news, but it's just not the best game out there. If you're looking for an MMORPG to play, I would suggest you go check out my MMO playlist here on YouTube, or go check out the Google Sheet where I cover all the games I play, and I kind of list them in a row per game, so you can go filter that and search that. Just search for MMORPG in there, and you should have a nice list of MMORPG games that I've played and that I can actually recommend you guys checking out as well. And this is certainly not one of those games that I can recommend you guys go check out. But I do appreciate you sticking around till the end of this video, because I have an awesome mobile gaming fact of the day for you guys, which is that the mobile games publisher Tilting Point has committed to investing, and hold on guys, hold on, $132 million in mobile game user acquisition annually. Every single year, $130 million US. So if you play a Tilting Point game, I think you guys should expect to see a lot more ads for those games in the future as they try to bring in more players. Well, actually, I guess it's the people who don't play their games already. So it's actually me and every one of you who don't play any of their games that will, and at least should expect to see many, many more of those advertisements in the future. What do you think about that? Do you think, you know, the mobile gaming industry is so big at this point? Is that an issue that people can spend that much in user acquisition? Because, I mean, surely it says something about monetization of those games, because if they have to earn back $130 million US, they really have to monetize them quite heavily. Unless, of course, they create games like Fortnite, for example, where it's all about the cosmetics and not really a very heavy monetization. But do let me know what you think about that down in the comment section down below. And until next time, guys, just keep gaming, stay awesome, and I'll see you guys around.